Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on what time of day you're actually watching this. I appreciate you looking at this video. I'm Technical Sergeant Stephen Strickland from the 20th Secure Forces Squadron at Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina. I work as a flight chief on MIDS currently, but today I'm going to be talking about the Air Force culture, specifically the culture within the 20th Secure Forces Squadron. So when it comes to my organizational culture, I think right now is pretty good. Morale's pretty good. Things are starting to look up. And I'll kind of cover why things haven't been as good until recently. But when it comes to being a cop or security forces, I believe that as a whole, not just specifically to Shaw, we do take pride in our professionalism, our uniforms, upholding standards, because we do tend to have a bigger microscope on us because we are out there in limelight. People see us on a regular basis. People are always looking to say, oh, cops doing this and that, whatever. So I think we do take pride in that being what we need to be to promote standards, uphold the standards, things like that. But I guess one thing right now we have to deal with on a daily basis is some of the isms and stuff within secure forces at Shaw. We have people that have been there a long time, so when it comes to how we do certain things is, oh, well, this is just how we do it, things like that, instead of actually following what the regs and AFI say, because they get updated, things change, and people that have been at Shaw a long time don't always look at them to figure out what's changed. They kind of just go based off of what they know and have done for so long. Like I said earlier, things are looking up. Prior leadership had been focused on the wrong things, it seemed like. It specifically showed within promotion increments, stuff like that. We actually didn't have a whole lot of people promote certain ranks past few years, specifically from Tech Sergeant and Master Sergeant. The past 2 years, we haven't had anybody who's made Master Sergeant out of the squadron, out of the unit. So I feel like that kind of reflects back on the culture within the organization, trying to figure out what is the big Air Force wants from us. So some of the impacts of the organizational culture currently dealing with, like I said, leadership been focused on the wrong things. I feel like the new leadership is getting on the right things, focusing on our people to figure out what we need to do to be successful. Something that we also dealt with was DSD. People wanted to go for DSD last year, and they got non-rec'd because leadership wanted to maintain manning. Not that people weren't qualified or capable of doing the job, they just didn't want to lose people to other career fields. That kind of shows that the NCOs and the airmen are not being taken care of properly. And that kind of starts at the top. Like I said, we got new leadership, so that should help. But sort of the reflection of that poor leadership has been the fact that our senior NCOs have had caused a lot of issues. About half of our senior NCOs have been in trouble, or they have been incompetent to a level where even like the junior NCOs and airmen see it, and it makes them kind of question who exactly they are following and who's leading them. So there's some of the unhealthy aspects currently within the squadron. Things are continuing to improve. And one way that I can help with that is to help shape the organizational culture. In my position, I have people under me that I need to focus on to encourage to continue to do the job, do it right, be professional, to build that culture back up to where people from not just the outside see it a certain way, but from people on the inside understand, hey, this is how we do things the right way. You know, if you don't meet the standards, there'll be consequences. We take care of our own. Part of that's building that culture of trust. And I think that this new leadership is starting to do a good job of that. People are starting to trust leadership again, and you can just see that the morale is going up. Thankfully, there hasn't been a culture of, or at least of any bias situations that we've dealt with. So that's always good to keep that culture from being at that level where people can see the bias or experience the bias. Because that, along with just not being a good culture, no morale, can cause the airmen and also the NCOs to kind of fall off. Kind of goes back to, we're talking about people, just protecting themselves and their careers, not going out and doing the job above and beyond, because they can't trust anybody. So they can't trust anybody, they're just going to protect themselves, which in turn leads to the mission suffering, things not being done or done properly or in a timely manner. So in the day, if your culture is not good, and as an NCO, you're not helped to foster that culture, then we need to take time and reflect on ourselves and figure out what we can do to improve that and continue to reach out for or strive for that culture where everybody feels included and things can get done and people are being taken care of. Well, I appreciate everybody taking time to watch this video. Have a great day.